In this video, I am going to show you how to make a coil pot. I'm going to start with wedging the clay. Make sure to wedge the clay for about 2 minutes. Once you've finished wedging, you need to flatten the clay to get it to fit into the slab roller. First, throw the clay down to make a hot dog shape, then hit it at an angle to form a wedge shape. When you get to the slab roller, make sure the arrow is pointed to the black line. If it isn't pointed to the black line, ask me for help. On the right side of the slab roller, open the canvas and place your piece of clay with the skinny side to the left in the center of the canvas. Push the clay snug against the rollers and turn the wheel. If the clay doesn't feed correctly, push it gently into the rollers, but do not put your fingers in the rollers. Do not run the clay back through the slab roller. It can break the slab roller. You want to place a canvas board on the slab and flip it over. This avoids deforming the slab. When you are done, put the canvas back on the right side of the slab roller. Typical vases have concave and convex curves. This one is concave and this one is convex. Vases can have tall necks or be curvier. The top edge is called the lip. The narrow part is the neck. The transition from narrow to fat is the shoulder. The fattest part is the belly. The bottom is the foot of the pot. Think about what shape you want the pot to have before starting, and remember to have both the concave and convex curves. Start with the foot of your pot. You can use a slip lid or any other circle to start with. Placing the lid upside down and cutting it out with a knife helps the clay separate from the lid. Cut clay strips about 3/8 of an inch wide. I cut multiple strips and roll out the coils at once so I can work without pausing to re-roll coils. When you roll the coils, use your fingers. Lightly press and angle your hands. This will help you get round and consistent coils. When the coils are rolled out and the circle is cut out, you are ready to start building your coil pot. You need to score and slip the first coil you put on the circle and the first coil every day. Make sure that you score in 2 directions and that the scoring is deep. The wetter the slip, the better it works. You can also score again after applying the slip. Apply firm downward pressure to the coil as it is placed on the pot. The coil should flatten as you're pushing it down. This will thicken the walls so they can support the weight that will be placed on them. When the coil makes a complete circle, continue with the same coil. The second coil will overlap a little with the first coil and continue the same direction. If the coils are placed directly on top of the previous coil, the pot will be vertical. In order to have concave and convex curves, you will need the pot to expand and contract. To have the pot go out, place the coil on the outside and compress it down. To have the pot contract, place the coil on the inside. My pot is expanding first, so I am placing the coil on the outside. Give support to the pot on the outside when expanding to avoid flattening it out. After about an inch or inch and a half of building, you should blend the coils together, using your finger to smear the coils together. Do this to the inside and the outside all the way around. Then clean the rib on the canvas board and smooth out the pot by dragging the rib horizontally. Here I'm finished building the pot and smoothing it out, and now I need to decide how to decorate it. For this project, you need a repeating pattern on the outside. You can pick between carving and stamping your pot, or leaving it smooth and drawing on a pattern after it is fired. I am carving lines around the lip, neck, and foot of the pot. Next, I'm using stamps from my table to decorate it. You can borrow my stamps and make sure to clean them off and return them to my desk. Brace the inside of the pot when stamping so it doesn't deform, or wait for it to stiffen enough that the stamp won't make it deform. You can see the finished coil pot with the stamped and carved pattern.